going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Today we're going to be going over a pretty hot topic as of late. Is the 10.5 or a Mark 18 still viable in today's world? And really the question you have to ask yourself, if you're asking yourself that question, is what do I plan on doing? Am I planning on, taking shots past 500 yards, 8, 9, 700 yards? Am I preparing for civil unrest where your typical engagement distance is only going to be 100 to 200 yards max? Okay, so you have to ask yourself, what am I planning on doing? What am I preparing for? Okay, and that is going to enable you to build your platform based on that. Me personally, as you guys know, I run the 10.5. My dad runs a 14.5 Recce rifle, okay, with an LPVO. Now recently I saw a big trend and a big push of guys going to longer barreled rifles with LPVOs, and there's nothing wrong with that. They inherently believe that it's going to make them more effective and more accurate, and that's just not the case. A longer barrel at longer distance, past 500 yards, yes, you're going to get greater consistency, especially if it's a bull barrel and things like that. But out to 500 yards, if you can't effectively hit a target with a 10.5, you're not going to do it with a 14.5, you're not going to do it with a 16-inch, and you're not going to do it with a 20-inch, okay? The basic fundamentals of shooting remain the same no matter the platform and no matter the barrel length, okay? With that being said, out at greater distances like 500 yards, the time that it takes the bullet to get to the target when fired from a shorter gun is greater, and the effect that the environment has on the round overall is greater due to the time that it takes to get to target. Now, feet per second wise, out of the muzzle, you're looking at 23 to 2600 feet per second, depending on your barrel twist rate and the round used out of a 10.5 AR-15. Out of a 14.5, like this Recce rifle here, you're looking at 26 or 27 to 2900 feet per second. So the feet per second isn't that drastic in change. However, the time that it takes the bullet to go from the muzzle to target is inherently shortened. Thus, the effect that the environment has on the round overall is less than that of a 10.5. That being said, a 10.5-inch AR-15 is more than capable of getting the job done out to 500 yards. I've done it, and you're about to see the video.
Is that 200?
Yeah.
Give me 3.
3? At 300?
Yeah, 2 rounds. Controlled. Hit. Hit. What are you going for?
2 rounds, 500.
Sit.
I get a lot of questions on, what should I run? What should I build? Should I build a 10.5 or an 11.5, a 12.5, a 16-inch, a 20-inch, a 14.5? What do you plan on doing? Are you planning on, taking this out hunting and, shooting past 600-700 yards? Or are you planning for civil unrest like myself and many others that watch this channel? Now, my personal opinion, if you're planning for civil unrest, I would tend to go towards a smaller gun, a lighter gun, a more maneuverable gun in tighter spaces such as vehicles and houses, just due to the possibility of you having to fight in those environments under those given circumstances. A Recce rifle is going to be more something like you're up in the mountains, you're taking shots 8, maybe even 900 yards away, and the distance is going to be much, much greater. In civil unrest, the typical engagement distance, as stated earlier in the video, is only going to be well within 500 yards for that matter, and most likely your max engagement distance that you're going to find is 200 yards. So with that being in mind, guys, what's more beneficial? What has more pros over the other in that given circumstance? For me, it's a good old reliable Mark 18, and that's just due to the fact that out to 500 yards, I'm more than capable of getting the job done. It's light, it's maneuverable in tight spaces, and it's just an OG gun. So real quick, I want to touch on optic choices depending on the platform that you're building, right? So on this Recce rifle, you can see we have an LPVO, which is a really good choice for this given platform. This isn't something you want to put a red dot on just because you're nutting the capabilities of this platform when you put something like a red dot on this type of gun. Now, typically, you won't see LPVOs on shorter guns. You'll see red dots. I here have a Eotech with a magnifier. Me personally, I can take this Eotech without the magnifier at 1 power out to 500 yards consistently. Not your average person can't do that. So getting something like a magnifier, if you're going to build a 10.5 and run a red dot or an Eotech, whatever you want, is going to enable you to inherently take those longer shots more effectively just due to the optical zoom that these magnifiers allow. I believe this is a 3 times magnifier, so it gives me more than enough zoom to effectively positively identify my target and make sure that I'm effectively putting rounds on target. So guys, let me know what you prefer in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, and God bless you all.